Hey all, welcome back. So far we have seen working with the multiple widgets within a class. We have worked with the multiple widgets only with one class. We can simply call as one view controller. So now in this video we will see how we can work with the multiple view controllers. What I mean to say is, so we are navigating from one controller to another controller, which is nothing but working with the multiple controllers. We have different screens. We'll see how we can navigate from one screen to another screen. The first step toward creating of this, so I have created a sample Flutter demo project. So in that I'll delete the entire code. So we'll create our own. We'll write it from the scratch. So here I have deleted. So my intention is I want to show how we can navigate from one screen to another screen. So for that, first I'll create two different screens. Inside Leap, I'll create two different folders, which is a home screen dot is a one dot file, and the other one is a detail screen dot. So here I created a two different, and this is our main screen. We are done with creating a two different files, which is one is a home screen and the other one is a detail screen. The next we'll create a stateful widgets in both the screens. Before that, I need to import this package here in both the places. I have imported it, and next go to the home screen and create a stateful widgets. So I'll name it as a home screen, and next come to the detail screen and again create one more stateful widget, and I'm just naming it as a detail screen. Sorry. Okay, so I'm done with creating a two different stateful widgets in two different classes. And next, this is our main class. Here create a void main. So here we'll have a property called a routes. You can say routes or routes. So routes is a property that can create directly inside this material app. So we can do that by creating a property called a route. So we write it as a routes, and the routes is a map, as we have seen. It means it will expect a value and a key and a value pair. So here we can create a home as a key, and further we'll write a context. So context is nothing but it's an object. We will keep tracking in which object we are. Next, a return type, and the first thing we need to write and which screen it will navigate to. So when you see, when you create this, if you observe, it has imported its file automatically over here. We'll see for the second one too. The second one I'll name it as detail. So when I further detail context detail screen, so when I write this, you can see even this detail screen dot file, it automatically got imported here. So we are done with creating a route property. The next thing is we need to initialize what is the initial route. It needs to launch the application. So we have created two different classes. Inside the route property, we have created two different keys. One is a home and the other one is a detail. This will, using this slash home, it will navigate to particular home, and using the slash detail, it will navigate to the detail screen. But we need to initialize which is the initial route. Means when we launch at the first time, it will tell that which screen it should show. So for that, we have a property called initial route. In this, we need to call the home. When I call this, and I'm just hot restarting it one more time, and you can see we created a home screen. So when talking about the home screen, inside home screen, so I have created a scaffold and an app bar with the body as home screen. So this is why it is initially launched the home screen. The first home screen it is launched. From the next time onwards, when we are navigating to another screen, we can directly call the slash detail key. Automatically it will navigate to the detail screen. So we'll see it again. We'll see how we can navigate there. So to do that navigation, we'll create one button here in this home screen. So we can create here creating a floating action button. I'm just creating one floating action button. Okay. next one I'll create child del inhibitors. So created one floating button and named it as a click. So what we are doing is, when we click on when we tap on this floating button, it should take us to the detail screen. So first go to the detail screen and we'll write something here. Scaffold. Inside scaffold, just again create an app bar. I'm not giving any properties for this app bar. I just create an app bar again for the body. I'll name it as a detail screen. So we'll see how we will navigate. How we will navigate to the detail screen. Inside the home screen, come to the onPress method, and here you have something called navigator dot push name. So here it will takes two arguments. One is for a context. So as we are told, it context is something which is an object. It will keep a tracking of which widget we are. And the other one is a name of the routes. What is the name we have initially written is, if you go to the main screen, you can see it's a detail. So detail is the key that we have written. So when we tap on the press button, it will navigate to the detail screen. See, it will take it just navigate to the detail screen. So this automatically creates a back button on this app bar. See, like this we can navigate. This is how we can create a navigation using routes.